Thailand-Cambodia fighting spreads along contested border.
Online conference on national key projects and works in the transport sector.
Bustling market of ragworms on the bank of Lam River dikes.
Hello everyone, you are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Dun. Let's get started. On December 9, fighting between Thailand and Cambodia continued to escalate and spread along the disputed border. Both countries accused each other of causing the clashes, which disrupted the federal ceasefire previously brokered by U.S. President Donald Trump.
Cambodia's defense ministry said 2 civilians had been killed overnight, taking its death toll to 6. 1 Thai soldier has died in the fighting. Thailand saw the actions as a direct and serious threat. Monday's clashes were the fiercest since a 5-day exchange of rockets and heavy artillery in July. Thailand evacuated 438,000 civilians across 5 border provinces, and authorities in Cambodia said hundreds of thousands of people had been moved to safety. Cambodia accused Thailand of cruel acts, emphasizing that Cambodia did not respond. Meanwhile, Bangkok said its airstrikes came after Phnom Penh mobilized heavy weapons and redeployed combat units along the border.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Monday that Ukraine would not give up any territory to Russia, even as the Trump administration tries to negotiate a peace deal between the two countries.
Zelensky told reporters following a meeting with leaders from France, Germany, and the UK in London that Ukraine has no right to give anything away under Ukrainian international or moral law. Zelensky's comments come as the Ukrainian leader faces growing pressure from the U.S. to accept a framework to bring to an end more than 3 years of fighting since Russia escalated its war with Ukraine in 2022. The first draft of that framework drew skepticism from Ukrainian and European leaders, as well as bipartisan lawmakers in the U.S., after a leaked draft echoed several key Russian demands, including that Ukraine agreed to give up the Donbass region and agree not to join NATO.
The State Steering Committee for National Key Projects and Works in the Transport Sector held an online conference this morning to review and accelerate the progress of the projects.
Among the key projects and works, Nghe An has 2 related projects: Vin, Thang Tui Expressway and Coastal Road. According to the schedule, the Vin, Thang Tui Expressway project, with a total investment of nearly 24,000 billion VND, is expected to be approved by the National Assembly for Investment Policy in December 2025 and will start construction in September 2026. The Coastal Road project from Ningyi Son, Thang Hoa to Kua Lo, in Nghe An, section from KM7 to KM76, with a total investment of 4,651 billion VND, is expected to be completed in December 2025, implementing the Prime Minister's direction on registering to organize the inauguration and groundbreaking of large-scale projects on December 19th. Nghe An registered to inaugurate the project of repairing the runway, taxiway, and renovating the domestic terminal, Vine International Airport, and to commence the project on construction and business of Kua Lo Deepwater Port.
Coming up next are some updated news.
The opening ceremony of the 33rd SEA Games taking place at 7 p.m. on December 9th at Rajamangala Stadium in Bangkok, Thailand. This is an unprecedented grand event with unique performances and the most modern technical system. The opening ceremony conveys the message of joy, readiness, and Thailand's central position in the Southeast Asian region. The Vietnamese sports delegation attends the Games with 1,165 members, of which 841 athletes competed in 47 sports and subsports. This is one of the largest SEA Games in terms of the number of Vietnamese athletes, reflecting strong investment and great expectations for the achievements and maturity of national sports. The delegation's goal is to win 110 gold medals.
According to the latest report by UN Tourism, the recovery rate of Vietnam tourism is considered particularly impressive, among the highest in the world, along with Japan. In November, international arrivals to Vietnam reached nearly 1.98 million, up 14% over the previous month and up nearly 16% over the same period last year. This is the third highest month for international arrivals since the beginning of the year. Notably, November 2025 witnessed strong growth from North American markets, of which the US increased by 30.5% over the previous month. Canada increased by 55.9%. In total, in 11 months, international arrivals to Vietnam reached 19.15 million, up 21% over the same period last year, surpassing the record 18 million arrivals of 2019.
After several years of adjusting the crop structure, this year TH Group has planted dozens of hectares of sunflowers on its farms in Nghe An. It is expected that in the next few days, the flowers will bloom, becoming an attractive destination for people to check in and take photos. Nghe An Sunflower Field has an area of nearly 100 hectares at Nghia Lam Commune. The brilliant beauty of the flower field has attracted many domestic and foreign tourists to check in and experience. Sunflowers usually bloom in November and December every year. The number of visitors coming during this time is very large. Currently, Nghia Lam Commune is coordinating with TH Group to organize an event to welcome guests.
When people mention Ruồi ragworms, a seasonal treat, they often think of Châu Lâm in Lam Thanh Commune. This place is known as the ragworm capital of Nghệ An. When the tide rises, local people gather for a small market that lasts only a few days. During the days when the ragworm appear, the area along the Lam River dike becomes very busy and lively.
Located in a small corner along the Lam River dikes, right next to Mi Market in Lam Thanh Commune, local residents gather to sell this famous regional specialty. The ragworms, freshly scooped up, are reddish-brown and clumped together, poured by the locals into basins to sell in the early morning.
The price of ragworms varies by the day. Sometimes I buy it for 350,000 per kilogram. Today, I buy it for 270,000 per kilogram. Ragworms follow the tide, so they are not available every day. If the catch is small, I sometimes have to buy it as early as 5 or 6 a.m.
The price of ragworms fluctuates according to the daily yield. Many local specialty restaurants and diner owners have to be present early to select the ragworms, because only the freshest ones retain the characteristic rich, fatty flavor when prepared into cha ruoi, ragworm patties, mam ruoi, ragworm paste, or stir-fried ragworms.
To have delicious ragworms to serve customers, I have to come here to select them myself, because when they surface, some days they are small, some days they are large, so I have to choose the truly good ones to process. Prices were higher in previous years, but this year they are cheaper.
Income from ragworms is sometimes high, sometimes low, but just having the right season, ragworms remain an important source of income for households along the river.
Sometimes I wake up at 1 or 2 a.m. to go catch ragworms. Sometimes I go for 2 or 3 days and catch nothing. When the ragworms are scarce, the price can be 400,000, 450,000 VND per kilogram, but on a cheap day, it's from 250,000 to 270,000 VND per kilogram. Some days I earn a few million, and some days only a few 100,000.
Ragworms from Lam Thanh Commune not only serve local residents, but they are also distributed to many smaller markets in neighboring communes.
My family specializes in wholesale ragworms. Around 5 a.m., the retail sellers from various markets come here to buy. The price of ragworms depends on the time. Ragworms in the Lam River are most abundant during the 9th and 10th lunar months.
Each season of worms only lasts for a few short days. But thanks to the freshness, fatness, and unique flavor of Lamb River area, the worms market on the Lamb River dikes is always bustling, bringing in a significant income for the people here.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.